Our goal is to plan personalized and meaningful volunteer travel and global service learning experiences for students. We've worked with families, we've worked with professionals, so that they can have a more meaningful experience, but it's not just meaningful for them this time. It's also improving and very meaningful for the communities that they're visiting. We have started our own organization to really try to think about forming meaningful community partnerships with international NGOs and nonprofits. I really identified 5 things that we look at when we're forming every single partnership. That's reciprocity, communication, transparency, commitment, and holistic support for the traveler. What can we even really offer as one side of a partnership? And that kind of helped frame the lens for the types of organizations that we would be a good partner for, so at least we could hold up kind of our end of the bargain. I don't know if shared goals is always 100% possible, but I think co-creation is probably the word that's even better, and really working with that partner to talk about what are your needs, what are you looking to do, what's your long-term goal, and here's what we're kind of thinking, where can we find, co-create something together. So before we even start a partnership, I try to do as much research as I can and really try to understand the different types of communication styles that I'll be working with, because again, I learned the hard way and went in, thinking I'm this, again, Midwesterner, really assertive, let's partner, and it takes time and trust and over communication. Let's also talk about what the long term looks like. What does 3, 5, 10 years out look like? How do these travelers, our volunteers that we're sending, play a role in that vision? And how can we help contribute so that if 10 years is your time that we think that this will work, and you'll be sustainable, that we can be out as well. With all of our nonprofit partners, we're the only organization that actually sends travelers. So there's not 7 other big volunteer sending organizations there as well. We're basically in this to put ourselves out of business, if I look at it, because I don't want to be partnering with these same organizations in 20 years. They're sustainable from within, and there's no longer a reason for international volunteers. It's all being done locally. How do we, that pre-trip, the reflection, critical reflection, but also the post-trip support and how important that is. So we really try to take a more holistic approach to each student or traveler or volunteer. With that, we have an in-depth pre-trip global service learning and training curriculum, focuses on 5 modules. We discuss the pre-trip training, but then really say, what are you looking to get out of this? And how do you anticipate incorporating this international experience and this relationship with the international NGO or nonprofit into your normal life? Get them thinking about that before the trip. I think the word that I would first think of is reciprocity, and everything that comes with making a quality partnership should kind of come back to that piece. That it is a partnership. The definition is that it's not just one-sided. So really making sure that it's kind of co-created, co-strategized, shared goals, try to make sure that each side of the partnership is benefiting equally. Well, I've been continually impressed by, I think, the work that Cornell is doing in this space. I think I see Cornell as being a real leader, especially with this Engaged Cornell initiative of really trying to look at this intentionally. But I think that things like this fall speaker series, where you're bringing in various perspectives, not just from the academic space, but from practitioners or from someone like me that didn't necessarily go to school for this, but have just made it as part of my business. I think in the spirit of kind of looking at diverse perspectives, it's always something that any academic institution can benefit from, but really speaking to people from multiple perspectives on how to create community partnerships. I know you've had community partners actually come in, and I think that by hearing all of these different voices, it will only serve to improve